Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Fredenberg, and this is for Who Are You Helping? I'm a commercial investor, and I own 506 Beamy, which means I'm constantly interviewing commercial real estate investors, syndicators, and operators. And if that sounds like you, I'd love to have you on as a guest. But sometimes there's someone who isn't in my circle, or we're not sure if our businesses overlap, but we take the 8 minutes to find out all about them so my friends, like you, can find out as well. So first of all, how are you doing today, Charles?
Fantastic. Thank you, Dan.
Excellent, excellent. You want to introduce yourself a little bit for the audience?
Sure. Um, Charles Otis. I'm with a company called Velux Skylights. We're a skylight manufacturer. I'm based in the Chicago, Illinois market, but do have kind of a national reach with some niche stuff that I've developed over the years for the company, and so that's who I am.
Excellent, excellent. So the first question I always ask on Who Are You Helping is who do you help professionally? And if I'm going to be totally honest, part of the reason for that is because of my marketing background. And I realize that some people, they struggle to explain, that, hey, there's somebody out there who gives you money on a regular basis and they have some sort of reason for doing it. And what is that reason? And that's answering who do you help professionally? But either through, you can expand on what you already mentioned, or if you want to talk about the perfect people, some different ways you could describe them so they could self-vet themselves. So who do you help professionally?
Well, as an agent or a rep with Velux, I work with all of the trades in the building industry. So I work specifically with residential roofers, contractors, general contractors, architects, builders, designers, interior designers. I run the whole gamut, and also light commercial. I specialize with the residential roofing industry and work actually very closely with public adjusters as well, and have developed kind of a niche with the insurance side of the roofing replacement business. That's really kind of my specialty, locally and nationally with the company.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. So my next question is, who do you wish you could help more? And let me frame that in a little bit. What I'm really asking is, it was inspired by the movement that everybody has for shop local. Make sure you shop local, support your local economy, and all that kind of stuff. I've lived on the other side of the world. I'm from the internet, so shopping local is something that is not so great for me personally. So I was going like, well, how do we really decide if we're going to pick somebody off the internet? How do we decide this is the one I'm going to work with, and that's the one I'm not going to work with? That sort of thing. And the key idea is I want to know who is the secondary beneficiary from choosing my guest as a professional. So it could be privately, it could be voluntarily, it could be philanthropically, it could be artistically. So Charles, who do you wish you could help more?
Well, let me expand a little bit on that first question, because I think if I develop that a little bit better, I can explain that even more. So, part of what I do is I'm really kind of a business consultant. So I work very closely with roofers and provide some business help them understand process a little bit better with the insurance side of the business, how to identify some damage, how to properly get it covered by insurance, because for some reason this is a very the product, the category is overlooked frequently by roofers and insurance companies. So at the end of the day, who it really benefits there are the consumer, the homeowner, because if the skylight's not being replaced, this can create problems down the road with leaks and different things, and then they're not properly indemnified by their policy to begin with. So now to expand on your second question, who do I wish that I could help more, would be more of those roofing companies, so that they can further help their clients and customers at the end of the day when they're building new roofs and new projects. So typically larger roofing companies who touch more roofs on an annual basis due to storm damage, there's a lot of profit left on the table, because sometimes they just don't simply understand the process of getting that particular skylight covered properly by insurance. And then, of course, their reputation is at stake, because when there's product failures down the road because of that skylight, the consumer is the one who ultimately suffers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those are the group of people, and then even small roofing companies. It's kind of the same thing. And what I found over the years is that the smaller, newer roofing businesses, they can sometimes need help, right? They're new to the business, they're new to the industry, maybe not new to the industry, but new business owners. And I've got 35, close to 40 years of experience in the construction industry. And so it's been cool to help some of those younger business owners develop some of their own entrepreneurial skills and business practices and processes. So I've worked with all of them, big and small.
Excellent, excellent. So that's how who you wish you could help more, and of course that sounds like a really fantastic thing. But how can people? I like to imagine this one's like sitting on Santa's lap, and you get to say ask for whatever you want. So how can the people in the audience help you, Charles?
Well, it goes back to that old movie line, help me, help you.
Hmm.
um, I think one of the things that people can do to help me is to just keep an open mind about this. It's a very small part of the roofing process and project, but they can help me by just simply inviting me to come and share the information and knowledge that I have on small scale and even large scale, speaking to small groups. I also have quite a bit of experience speaking in front of groups, and so there's a public speaking aspect to what I do as well that I think can really benefit the contractors and the public adjuster world, if you will, and the commercial building industry as well.
All right, excellent. And how do people reach out to you to help in the ways that you mentioned?
That's great. They can reach me directly at my work email is simply charles.otis, O-T-I-S, just like the elevator, at velux.com. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm also have a YouTube channel. Just search in the box there, Charles Otis, skylight guy, and I should show up there as well.
All right, beautiful. And I have one other question for you, Charles, which is, now that we know all these different ways that you help people and how people can help you, did you know that if somebody hits the awful red button on YouTube and subscribes, that helps me?
I did know that, actually, and they could help me as well by doing the same thing.
Right, because it's free, right? It costs absolutely nothing, right? You don't need your credit card, email, any of that silliness. And all it really means is that YouTube starts to pay for these videos instead of us.
That's right.
Pretty sweet, right?
I
So make
like
sure
it.
you do that. It's an ugly button anyway. The gray one's much nicer. I really like the gray button. It looks amazing. But you don't have to worry about that too much. As I said, it doesn't cost anything. And all it really means is that our videos might show up on your list of suggestions. But there's no guarantee of that. And you don't even have to worry about those other videos. You can watch them if you want. You can ignore them if you want, because you've already done me an enormous favor. Just like Charles, you've done me an enormous favor by joining me today. This has been fantastic getting to know you better.
Same here. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Sweet. Make sure you 506B me. Any syndicators, make sure you 506B me. Oh, hey, yeah, here's my code. You got your QR code scanner? Okay, yeah, oh yeah, just hold it right in the square there. Okay, cool. And now you hit open in browser.
Okay.
Okay, are you already logged into 506B me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so there's my video. So now I'm already on your watch list. So when you get back to your hotel, you can find out what my core competencies are and my level of sophistication. Sound good?
Yeah.
I love your hat. Real estate's a scam. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
You too.
506B me, everybody.